Brothers, welcome back to Territorial.io. We're starting off today here in a little free-for-all action in the world. There are 78 players in this, and we put down our marker early in Africa, kind of the centralized portion of Africa. Now, there is one person kind of standing in the way from a great start, and he actually leaves. So we are pretty good primed position. There is one person in the tip of Africa and one person in Madagascar. So what we're going to be looking to do is to take those guys down rather quickly. So first things first, though, we want to make a land border from east to west to prevent anybody else from joining in our fun. And as we did check a moment ago, nobody is below us to spoil this fun, so this is going to be really good. Now, people from Madagascar typically boat into Africa pretty early on, which means that hopefully those two are going to be vying for each other and attacking each other, and do not gang up on me. That will be the only real cog that stands in our way of our plans. So let's go ahead and finish off this land phases. As we do, we managed to accomplish our goal right away of stopping everyone from going south. So now we'll just go ahead and push south. Now I will be mostly focusing on going south, but as a great opportunity presents itself, I will also push up a little bit north. But I really want to get down to these guys, limit their strength, because if I do not, then they are going to be probably too big for me to stop on my own, and this whole thing comes to an end as we get attacked from north and south. But they are attacking each other, so things are going perfectly as we managed to get the crown and have all of the land borders that we need. So for right now, what we're going to do is not necessarily pick a side to start, but I will get a little boat into Madagascar just to make sure that I get it and nobody else can, and just kind of let them attack each other as we build up. There's no need for us to rush into this one right away, as we have a lot of troops, but not necessarily enough to justify going ham into these guys. But now is our time, I think, to throw our hat in the ring, as player 678 has a ton of land, but not quite the troops to defend it. So let's go ahead and grab his land. And as we take the crown away, we are looking very strong, and we'll go ahead and finish off this player and take our time finishing off the brown player, as he's got about 50,000 troops, but we do not need to rush that. No, there is a boat coming into Madagascar, which I think might be from the green player, and it is. So that rushes our decision a little bit. Didn't quite want to get that done, but want to have as much Madagascar as we can. So that plan fell a little bit apart, but that is okay. So, oh wow, they're super weak down there. Well, let's try and get a truce with Africa King. He is kind of our only neighbor to the north, so I'm perfectly happy with being his friend, and he accepts the truce. That's huge. So we're going to boat down to, and this guy's attacking. Goodbye. We'll just knock him out of there. This is going to be really good for us as we make landfall. Now, the only thing that can really derail this plan is if we get kicked off. So I am going to get ready for a much bigger attack to make sure that I do not get kicked off. It will be a little bit of a risk if Africa King betrays us at this exact moment, but it's definitely gonna be worth it if we can get the land. Daniel's attacking us again. Don't care, very busy. So let's go ahead and get that attack in, and we do manage to get an unstoppable foothold, so he cannot kick us off. Let's get the rest of this land over here, and there we go. Now, player 588 is also super weak, only has about 60,000 troops, so we're gonna go straight into him, the tan player to our east. Or west, excuse me. And Jerusalem does want a truce. I have no interest in trucing with him, so let's go ahead and actually start attacking his land, see if we can bait him into a full send before anybody else tries to boat down here. There's the full send. Now we get all of the land. Now our strength is a little bit less than Africa King. He's got 1.8 million, we've got 1.7, but I do think this is worth it, as we're gonna get exponentially stronger than he is, and he has not attacked us so far, so good. Now this player over here, that's his only land, so unfortunately, sir, we're gonna have to bid you adieu, as we are gonna need all of this land for ourselves and our visions of world domination. So we'll take him out, and then we'll look to the west, and the west is actually, there's a player gone. So a little fun fact, and we'll show it right here. Boating to this island is actually faster than sending one straight, or boating to this island and then boating again is actually faster than just straight boating over. So we will get that island. Now, Portugal is not sending a boat down. That's the player in Australia. I know, confusing, right? But here comes that boat we were talking about. And there it goes. It lands, and we will be pressing into player 588 to make sure that we get as much of this. We do a great job of cutting off this green player to our north in his expansion. So now we have a ton of land. We actually have a great troop or advantage. We have about 25,000 pixel advantage. So let's go ahead and prepare our next attack. Hulk Smash does want a truce. I'm going to go ahead and give him the truce so he ignores my boat and doesn't try and destroy it, so delaying our progress. But we are at red interest and ready to go again, ready to chain in another attack. And South America is looking so weak. Hulk is the strongest and he's only got 3 million. So let's go ahead and push into him. Now we'll go ahead and push up north in through Argentina and Chile, as Hulk is very in a very bad spot. So, and the rest of South America is not looking much better. He does full send us, it doesn't even do anything. So let's just chain this attack into another attack. Scotland the Brave needs to go before he can really build up his troops with the new land that he just got acquired from that full send. So he's got 1.5 million. We're going to be taking him down as we have 10 million, and he full sends us. So let's go ahead and chain that attack into yet another attack as we are pushing through this black player. And nobody is strong enough to stop us. No one's in a position to do anything about this, as we are just snowballing at this point. We push into this red player who is again not strong enough to stop us. He's only got about a tenth of our power. Now we're going to be pushing into these other players in North America, and North America is just as weak as South America is. So we're going to be able to take out everybody. We're just not going to stop here. So let's go ahead and take out this CG player over here, and then we will push into him unstopping. And then we'll push into this pink player as well, just wiping out a continent in a matter of seconds. Now we take out the rest of Joe Biden. Now and then we encounter the first person who has any sliver of defense, which is Alt F4. He's got 2 million, but quickly is countered by us and the black player. And we'll take out this, and then we'll turn our attention over to Africa, as Africa is looking like a great target. So let's go ahead and chain some more attacks. Now if you look at the leaderboard, Hi Dude is the second strongest player, so we're going to want to push up into him. He is the black player to the north. But more importantly, let's go ahead and start taking down player 746, who hasn't done anything to us, but I do not want to be in a position where they could all team up on me, as their combined strength would potentially be enough to take me down. So let's go ahead and work on some good positioning, taking him down. He does full send us, so there we go. That was one more player down, and then we will turn our attention into Hi Dude, and if we could take him out quick enough, that'll be the end of the game. But we have just chained attack after attack after attack and just have been absolutely dominant in this game, as Hi Dude tries to rally, but Evil's wheat block, this tan player, is trying to give us a truce. We will not accept it, as we do not need it at this point. So we'll go ahead and take out the rest of Hi Dude. There's the full send, and there's the game. So let's go ahead and start wrapping things up here, getting a few more of these islands, and that we're going to need for 99%. Let's make sure to get Greenland especially. I hate trying to come back into that one. So let's go ahead and grab all these little guys along the way. We are getting attacked by 2 players. XDXD was that black player we killed in South America, not to worry about, but Portugal is attacking us. So let's go ahead, knock him off of our continent, and then we'll send a boat up into him. And in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and start knocking down this evil sweets block. Haha, got it. Okay, there we go. We can read. We'll start knocking him down. Now this was quite the crazy game, as we kind of try and finish things up here. That yes, we were very strong, but it was so evenly matched. Other than that, like everyone, no one was running away from it. We didn't have another competitor that we really faced. This was just a pure snowball where we just continuously started to attack people who were, you know, always weaker than us, and nobody could really rally a defense. There was no team ups possible. Everyone was just so in the same hemisphere, or same like power structure, and then we were just leaps and bounds ahead. So we will go ahead and wrap up the rest of these little islands here to get to 99%. And as we do that, I do just want to say GG's to all involved. What a game this was. And as we grab all these little islands, we'll go ahead and skip ahead a little bit until the end, and then we'll move on to the next game. All right, again, GG's, and on to the next. All right, next game up is going to be Caucasian. We are in a team battle, so let's go ahead and plant our flag down early. There are 32 other players in this one. I'm kind of scanning the board for where the other yellow players are, as I'm not seeing them, but we'll just kind of be locked in our spot, I guess. Oh, there's one, there's two. Perfect. So now we have some yellow players. That is good. I was a little bit worried that we are going to be doing this alone. Some people have already left. This is already down to a 30 player. So what is our plan of attack? We do have a enemy player to the southeast, that green player. So my plan is to cut him off from going north, as we do have that player to the east on our team. So I would love to just kind of go back to back with him, cutting off all of the bots, and then we can push out and slowly start to eat away at the bots in behind us at a later, more convenient point. But now is our infinite growth time, so let's go ahead get started on that, as we have a lot of land to get. So let's get to it while the getting's good. The player is a little bit on the weaker side of things. He's got about 10,000 troops, but nowhere near as much land as we do. So we can go ahead and start that plan of attack, and let's just go ahead and go straight into Betty, making sure that we fully isolate off everything, as Isgo is knocking things off or blocking things off to the east. So there we go, and now we can start to push out a little bit. So let's go ahead and get that accomplished. Although now that we have some very strong bots on our team kind of blocking us, I'm going to let them die off a little bit quickly. There we go. We do lose one. That's okay. That's my bot. And so we'll just go ahead and start attacking down south, and hopefully we can get around. Darn it, I was hoping we could get around this Empire of Michigan, but unfortunately not. He does realize in time. So this is our option, is getting these bots behind us, and we are very strong. So we are in a healthy second place with about 240,000 pixel or troops. This green player leaves, so that is great. Stacy's mom actually takes him out, and wow, are we about to feast as more bots are beneath us. So let's go ahead and grab all these bots that Stacy's mom cannot. So as we do this, we will be keeping an eye on our troops. Just want to match kind of Stacy's mom's tempo. Don't want to get too caught off when troop size. And Micronesia, hello sir, that is great. I didn't even see you down there. So what is next? Well, player is very aggressively attacking our teammate, so let's go ahead and give him a little chill, and let's see what we can do here. Okay, so he's getting attacked pretty heavily. Sleepy Joe is now going into the turquoise player, so can we do anything? You know what, let's give him a little bit of a donation, just enough to survive player's attack and hopefully dissuade other people from attacking him, although Sleepy Joe is now in on this as well. Stacy's mom's going down here. There's just, I can't save them all, so let's try and save Isgo. We're gonna need him for sure. So let's keep taking down player to get borders on Sleepy Joe. Whoa, watch out. My chair just fell a little bit. I almost fell out of my chair. I was leaning back a little bit. Okay, anyways. So let's just get player, knocking him down. And Sleepy Joe, Isgo is doing really good about letting Sleepy Joe take the border with the blue players so he doesn't have to. And that's going to work out pretty successfully. So let's take out the rest of player. And now that he's gone, we're going to need to save up a little bit in order to defeat Stacy's mom and Sleepy Joe. So we will do that and come back when we have troops. Okay, we are back. We're attacking Stacy's mom. Now, the reason for this being is that Tomato and Wales are two blue players to the east of us. And I'm afraid that if we took down Sleepy Joe Biden, as you can see, Sleepy Joe's the only black player around us. So if we took him down, then we're going to be exposing ourselves to a lot of pressure from the blue team. So let's go ahead and start focusing down Stacy's mom, as Sleepy Joe also attacked one of the blue players over there. So that'll probably be taking his focus. Isgo can probably help out over there. That's exactly what we wanted. Isgo doing a good job on Sleepy Joe. He's at a pretty good strength himself. So let's give a little bit of an attack in ourselves just to weaken him up a little bit for our partner. And then Stacy's mom does leave. So let's go ahead and grab the rest of this land. Now we do have the crown. Great news. Oh, that's wonderful for us. So now what our plan is we're gonna be pushing down south. But first off, let's grab these little alcoves over here just to help out with Isgo in case he does come under pressure. But the blue team is not necessarily the threat right now. As you can see, the red team is much more the enemies on the board there, have much stronger power base. I feel like Wales and Tomato are having to fend them off and won't be concerned with the yellow team. So let's try and give a truce with Wales. And then Venezuela full sends. Great news. So let's go ahead and boat down here. And then we'll probably just go straight into Turkey, as we have a ton of land. So let's go ahead and do that. A ton of land and a ton of troops. And we have 11 million. So that first attack wasn't quite effective. We did have a lot of troops deployed, but every attack from here on out should be pretty effective. And this is our only real enemy over here. Now, if the blue team does change their tunes, tries to start attacking us, that is fine. Now, you can see that someone's boating down. One of the blue players is trying to get over here. I'm a little bit worried about the full send coming at me right as the blue player lands. So let's let the blue player land first so that his chance of getting land is much more spoiled. And now we can start pushing into this a lot more effectively. But the blue players helping out did do a little bit. Now, this is actually a really ideal scenario for us. Now, the big, as we can push through this player and then criminal QT. But once we hit those two red players, then things are going to change as we get full sense. So let's try and get this back. We are in a race for the blue player, so let's go ahead and do this. You can tell Schnee was like, why did you do that? We just needed a little bit more time. But now we'll push off this blue player. Reason for this being is I do not want to share the land. And basically any land that I get, I would have to go around him. So let's push him off as they have no real way of countering us in this attack. So, and I think this is Tomato that we are attacking, the weaker of the two blues. So we do manage to knock him off, but we'll take a moment here to grab all of our strength back as we're going to need it for this next battle, because we will probably be taking on 2 versus 1, or more realistically a 3 versus 1, as you can count on PEA to be donating troops along the way. So now is the time to really push in, as we do have 20 million troops and they are very strong. We will be keeping an eye out for the blue players to be boating down south or to be pushing into Isco. Those are going to be our 2 stop conditions from attacking this QD player, and then we're going to go straight into Snee, the stronger of the 2. And we do have a pretty good advantage over them, as player 907 is I'm not sure why he doesn't have quite as many troops. Snee wasted a lot of troops in his attack, foolishly so, as we are able to just casually push into him, and he's already down to less than 10 million. So, and he pushes into us again, so we're going to quickly take him down, as now their numbers are much weaker than ours. Just checking for boats real quick. So yeah, Snee's basically gone. Their combined force is about 14 million. We've got 21, and nobody else can really do anything about that. So we will just casually keep pushing into Snee. And looking around, still looking pretty good. No boats, no attacks. Isgo is defending, so let's give him a little bit of money his way to just defend against Wales just for a brief moment, as I just need to take out one more player and then I can help out over here. Let's give him a little bit more money. Snee does leave. Let's grab all of his land, start, and then we will truce with the red player so we can get over here. So let's send a boat, but honestly I don't think the boat's going to get there in time. And then 907's really blocked us off from his teammate, which is great news for us, terrible news for them and their ability to attack us together. So as soon as we land, we're actually going to be landing on Tomato's land, unless Wales pushes one more time. And there's the attack that we needed. So let's go ahead and push into Wales. Wales is a goner. We are going to be able to save Isgo. Hello, buddy. I'm sorry I was late. I was trying to get over here. So Wales is our next target to go. We are getting attacked by PEA, but honestly, it's a little bit too late at this point for them to do anything. So we will finish off the rest of this as Isgo sends us all of his troops, knowing that unfortunately his part in being a productive member in this team is gone, but he can always donate and being a good teammate that way. PEA does also full send us. Let's go ahead and take out the rest of Tomato, and there we go. There goes Tomato, there goes PEA, and should we take out player 907? You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead. Yep. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be the bad guy. Oh, he full sends us. Okay, I was just going to actually peace out. But anyways, hey, if you made it this far in the video, thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one.